As usual, Mobile World was a busy event. It's very popular despite the cost of walking the floor, which runs into hundreds of euros. The Samsung area was particularly busy, of course. We'll check out our other videos for Samsung. Next to Samsung was SK Telecom, and they were taking advantage of the real consumer interest in virtual reality. And they had a headset system set up just to give people some fun. It was set up with motion and motors to give a real simulation effect, kind of special yellow submarine. The interest in Pico Projection seems to be coming from China, and ZTE was at the show with Pico projectors and also tablets with integrated projection to show how they could be used. Lenovo has also had Pico projectors on show, and we have that in our other video. Yes, it was difficult to judge the ZTE products because they were in quite high ambient light. This is a big show for Qualcomm, but it didn't have anything really new from what we'd seen at CES in terms of processors. But it was showing this virtual museum using augmented reality. There wasn't much augmented reality at the show, but they were showing how a tablet could be used to view virtual objects on plinths, which could be viewed from any angle. Across the hall from Qualcomm, Intel was showing an Android system which had a desktop on the left but also allowed access to the standard Android menu from the phone on the right. It's widely reported that Nokia will get back into the phone business once its license with Microsoft expires, but the company was showing its IT technology, including this demonstration of control of autonomous cars. Automotive applications of mobile technology were very popular at the show, and Harman, which has been reinventing itself as a connectivity company rather than an audio company simply, was showing this very cool demonstration of a left steering wheel or right steering wheel car. It was very cool, and it also allowed the steering wheel to be moved out of the way if you weren't driving. And talking of not driving, Ericsson was at the show with Volvo, showing the Volvo Concept 26, named after the average commute time of US commuters, 26 minutes. This has a large display on the right-hand side, and we managed to catch it on the day it was working. It wasn't working the second time we went, showing how it pivoted from the driving view, which is here, to the view where you can really enjoy watching the TV. Moving the screen out of the way helps to get around the problems of legislation in some countries which bans drivers from being able to see entertainment screens while driving. There was very little in the way of new tablets at the show. We had a look at this Acer Predator 8. Acer uses the Predator name for its brand of gaming peripherals, and this has 4 speakers, one at each corner, which give much better sound than is typically used on a tablet, and is ideal for gamers. Fujitsu was showing its palm recognition security software, logging in on a convertible for the first time. Fujitsu always points out to us when it shows us this technology that it has advantage over fingerprint recognition in that because it recognises the vein patterns in your hand, it needs blood pumping through to work, so the hand can't be detached. Bit macabre that, but an interesting application. Here it's shown rejecting my palm. Also on the Fujitsu booth was the augmented reality system it's been showing for some time for professional applications, particularly maintenance engineering in large areas, civil engineering. You can see above the lady doing the demo here the screen that she's watching to get the data. It advises about where temperatures might be a problem or other things she should be aware of. Sun Partner had some interesting technology, which is transparent solar cells. We've shown this kind of thing before with Ubiquitous Energy from the US, but this is a French company. And it's working to put solar cells on the front of watches and other devices to harvest energy to top up batteries. A range of different transparencies are available according to the detailed design, but it's best for low power applications. HP was showing its Elite X3 concept, which is due out in the summer as a product, and uses Microsoft Windows 10 Continuum, which allows the phone image to be displayed on a full-size monitor. Garmin has been offering technology for sports people and has introduced a near-to-eye display for cyclists that puts all the kind of data they need in their view without needing to look down at the GPS on their handlebars. Epson has been developing the Maverio augmented reality system for some time and was showing the latest version, which looks much lighter and more elegant than previous ones. It really is good image quality. Epson is, of course, a specialist in micro LCDs for projectors and other applications, but now it's shifted across to using an OLED display device, which it has developed itself and is based on a white plus RGB system. Vuzix had no new products at the show, but was showing its near-to-eye display. IP core developer and supplier to chip makers, Imagination had lots to show, including this video conferencing system. We've seen it before, but it always impresses. It uses a concept called region of interest to encode different parts of the image at different bit rates, allowing focus on the key part, which is the person. It was also showing the Vulkan API, which has been developed by the Kronos Group and allows chip makers to give access to low-level chips on a reasonably standardized basis. So this allows applications that are really demanding of GPU power to run much better on mobile devices rather than running through the layers of OpenGL. Imagination has been working on ray tracing for some years since it bought a startup in that area, and has been demonstrating for a while now how it can selectively ray trace just parts of the image where the ray tracing will be most valuable. Ray tracing the whole of the screen takes too much power for mobile devices at the moment. Mobile chip maker MediaTek had a couple of demonstrations we looked at. The first one is designed to help the system to analyze local lighting conditions and match, and you can see the image on the left is very close to paper type of color, much better than the traditional display on the right. MediaTek was also showing its video technologies, and a particular demonstration we looked at was of scaling technology which allows higher resolution but running the video at very low bandwidth, much more like 480p, but getting the visual quality that you really would expect from a 1080p video. It was pretty impressive, and obviously it's a demo, so it's hard to understand exactly whether they can achieve that on everything or just their test clips, but it's an impressive demo anyway. Neonode, which is from Sweden, was on the ST booth showing its add-on for notebooks, which adds infrared touch to notebooks which are supplied without it as standard. It works pretty well, and it's reasonably priced for those that want to add touch, but it has to be removed each time the notebook lid is closed, and I think that might be a real barrier to people really liking this technology. DisplayLink has specialized for a long time in driving displays over USB. One of the interesting applications it was showing at Mobile World was on Android. Android normally only allows multiple screens to clone the existing screen, but DisplayLink has developed its own software which sits on top of Android and allows individual applications to be shown on different screens. So at the show it was able to show a mobile phone running Android but running multiple applications, as you can see on the video. This really could open up Android for more productivity, although there is still work to do to make the mouse and the keyboard work well on a system that was basically just designed for touch.